Got my Tru Tones today. If you've been paying attention to everything they've been posting lately, they have finally come out with the mini lights. So, I've got a couple packs of mini lights in here, some of their twinkle bulbs, which also just came out, but we're gonna focus on the mini lights. I'm gonna compare these to the novelty lights, Retro Glow they call it. Those are also LED mini lights that are supposed to look incandescent. Then we also have the Sylvania Traditional Glow, which are almost a direct knockoff of the Vintaglo. So a lot of vintage LED mini lights that are trying to come up with the next best thing. First of all, I want to put together this new tree that I got from Walmart. It is the 4.5 foot Charlie tree, and this, I believe, is the next viral tree. I've seen it going around a little bit and it just went on sale, so I had to pick one up. And I think they are gonna fly off the shelves now that they are on sale. Let's get that together and then we'll put these lights on the tree to see what it looks like. It's pre-lit, and it's got like these plastic, they're definitely LED bulbs, but they do look, you know, they got the vintage like style. So I was excited to get one of these trees. The blue looks really good. It's not LED blue. You can almost tell that there's a warm white LED bulb inside that. So it's all pre-lit, like it's on the same string as these mini LEDs right here. And okay, I guess they're flickering also. I did not know that, or twinkling I should say. I did not realize this was a twinkling tree. Yeah, this one twinkles right here. Okay, interesting. So, glad we got that set up. Now let's take a look at the mini lights. And I do want to put the mini lights on this tree, probably leave these lights off so we get a feel of what the mini lights look like themselves on a Christmas tree. All right, we'll save these for just in a second to plug in. I did buy a box of the novelty light brand. They have a clear Retro Glow, they call it. So we're gonna compare those to traditional incandescent clear. Then I bought a string of traditional incandescent multicolored mini lights. Now these have the blue, orange, red, pink, and green, or maybe it's purple. So they're not the traditional like 4 colors. This is the 5 colors. And then we got the LED Retro Glow multi. So this is red, green, blue, yellow, purple. So maybe this is supposed to be purple. And see, this is yellow instead of orange. So I'm not sure what this is gonna look like, but I do wanna compare it to traditional incandescent multi-lights. So we will plug in the traditional incandescent multi. And I would agree, that is exactly what an incandescent multicolored string should look like. An amazing, you know, color. The color is very warm, obviously. We've got the incandescent, and I can already feel the heat coming off of these. So these are 100% incandescent. Now this is the Retro Glow LED novelty lights. I do think, well, you see this has purple in it. And if you compare that to like pink, it is definitely different. I'm gonna try to get that on the screen. It's totally two different colors. Although they are trying to show, I mean, this is very close. This is close. I think it's a little too bright. And they feel like, I want to say they look like they're flickering, but I can't really tell. So that is the Retro Glow. All right, incandescent here. Retro Glow by Novelty Lights. Now let's do the Sylvania Traditional Glow. See, this feels almost perfect. If you compare that to the incandescent, this is like spot on compared to real incandescent multicolored. All right, so we've got these three. We gotta see what the Tru Tones look like. Tru Tone is up next, and this is the most anticipated release from them probably ever. They finally did mini lights, and we're about to see them. I will say that packaging is top notch. So I bought the C9 twinkles and the C9 string, but that will be a different video. Hey, we got a sticker. That's like the best part. That's why you buy this stuff, right? Here we go. Here is what we have been waiting for ever since Tru Tone started this. Got 2 boxes of the mini lights. I have plans for these, and I just cannot wait to see what they look like. My goodness, this color right here, is that the red? It seriously looks black in person. It looks black. I'm gonna say that's red, orange, green, blue, purple. I have seen people take the caps, like the colored part, off of the lights, and the LEDs are actually different for each light. I don't really want to destroy this string. It would be kind of cool to see what the LEDs are underneath. It's interesting too, because these are DC, direct current, so they do advertise that, you know, complete flicker free, which I will say that the Sylvania Traditional Glow, I don't see any flicker at all. I mean, maybe I'm not that sensitive to it, but those look amazing to me. I wish I bought more of these. I have 2 strings that using them now, but I want more of those. They're just hard to get. These I don't think look like incandescent mini lights. I mean, they just look LED to me. Maybe it's that purple. The blue looks good, but let's get these open and plug them in. I am totally anticipating this. What's interesting is these are non-polarized, so it's not polarity specific. You can plug them into the back of other Christmas lights, but obviously you can only plug in the Tru Tones into themselves. So this is also an interesting point to look at. The string is definitely a different color. I don't know if I really care that the string is a different color than others. It looks cool. It's definitely got the vintage feel, but that's not a huge selling factor to me. It's more of the color of the lights when they're plugged in. And then the string is like extremely thin. Extremely thin. I mean, I wonder if it tells you the gauge wire on here, but I bet it's, I don't know, 20, maybe 22 gauge. It is tiny. Compared to other string lights, All right, we're gonna plug it into the back. It takes a second to kick on. Wow, okay. These are interesting. So let me zoom in on the Tru Tones. I really want my camera to capture this. So I will say, obviously, it's direct current. You cannot see any flicker. The blue looks good. This is probably the best looking blue out of all of them. And let's compare them to the incandescent blue. I mean, it's extremely close. It looks good. I will admit that. I am so curious about this red. I mean, that is odd to me that it's like black looking. I will say this red is pretty dark. Maybe they got that. I mean, that's pretty close. It's extremely close. I mean, the camera is picking it up decent. I do think the Tru Tones are darker red, but not by much. And that shell, I mean, it's so dark, it's like kind of interesting how you can barely see the light coming throughout the whole light. Then the green, a lot of people have been talking about the Tru Tone green being weird. I do think the green is a little bright, but it looks extremely good. I mean, the camera, I will be honest, the camera is making the Tru Tone green look a little more lime green. But I think they got it. I mean, in person, it looks extremely close. We've got the Tru Tones here. These are the Retro Glow by Novelty Lights. These are real incandescents. These are Traditional Glow by Sylvania, which is the same thing or a direct knockoff of Vintaglo. So I don't have any Vintaglo, they're sold out right now. I will say, I think these are the closest to the traditional, real incandescents. I mean, look at that. You can't even tell the difference. I honestly think the Vintaglo or Sylvania Traditional Glow has the closest color. I'm sorry to Tru Tone. I absolutely love these, but I think this is closer. I mean, the pink is a little too vibrant. They do look amazing. Let's put them on that new tree I just got. All right, I will say these are pretty good. I really do like the pink in this set, and this tree looks amazing. I love that it's like flocked with like the fake snow on it because it kind of glows a little more than a regular tree would. That looks amazing. With the Tru Tone Mini Lites, I'm not gonna lie, that's insane. That looks good. This is the Sylvania Traditional Glow. I will admit, it's definitely a more orange glowing color. I don't think it's far off from the Tru Tone, and I do think this looks amazing. I would really be okay with either of them. If you like the pink color, maybe you would do the Tru Tone. But I really do like this. I would probably choose this. Although, I don't know, the Tru Tone do look amazing. I can't knock that. This is the Novelty Lights Retro Glow. I do think the yellow on these is like too light or too bright. Like it's too light of a yellow color and it's also too bright. It's kind of washing out the other colors. Now, I do think these look really good. What is weird is these are the only lights I've ever seen with 6-inch spacing. Wait, look at this. We've got two red next to each other. Red there and red there. That's interesting. Yeah, these have 6-inch spacing to them, so that's interesting. Like if you were gonna use them outside, that's probably a good thing. I mean, it's kind of nice that they're not like 3-inch spacing like some of the cheap ones at, you know, Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff. The Tru Tones are 4-inch. I don't know what the others are. So all three of these light strings honestly look really good. My vote is gonna be the Tru Tone or the Sylvania Traditional Glow, which is a knockoff of the Vintaglo. It's a very close, you know, tie for those two. And then I would say these Retro Glow, they're okay. They're good. They're a lot better than the LED, normal LED multicolor. But these are not my #1 choice. If this is all I had, I would be happy with them. But I do think the Tru Tone or the Sylvanias look better.